So sometimes when you're writing from sources, it's really helpful to annotate or make margin notes, as Mrs. Meekum just discussed with you. And taking a look at this article titled FDA Nutrition Labels Getting a Makeover from CNN, we can notice that there's some essential information right here that Mrs. Meekum suggests is very important. So she's thinking that we should be reading this article, looking at what will change as a result of this makeover, why are these changes necessary, and what are the goals. So as we read, we can really help ourselves later on by making some notes and underlining in our information, and then putting some margin notes so we can make sense of our underlining. So I'm looking for the answers to these 3 essential questions as I read. And so I went through and kind of did this task after Mrs. Meekum presented it to me to try and help you guys to organize your responses. So I went through and I underlined some information in the first paragraph, and I made a note that some of this deals with changes and some deals with what I see as the first goal of this makeover. And as you kind of scroll through here, we have other change number 1 and goal number 2. So I just kind of organized myself to put my changes in the left margin and making my goal notes in the right margin. And then I know that I'm answering some of those essential questions. And then I have some other little notes here. I've gone through and restated the goals. I've made some little notes here to help me to explain, like, what's the daily value, what do they mean by that? And I think in this case they mean what the body needs to be healthy. So I just kind of went through and just later on when I do some notes and I write my paper, this should help me out. So this is just a model of what we'd like you to do with your paper, to underline only the essential information and make some notes for recommendations and goals and changes. I'm going to post this, my copy of my paper with the annotations on my website, so you can take a look if you're struggling. You might want to read through, make your own underlining or highlighting in your own margin notes or own annotation, and then you can compare it to mine and see what you think. Mine's not the only way, it's just one way, and just kind of the way I viewed the assignment. So hopefully this will help. I will also post an example of the other article, and that article is from Time Magazine, Why People Don't Read Nutrition Labels. And again, Mrs. Meekum set aside just a few essential questions to answer about the study. It's a little more complicated, so I'll post that on my website as well, just to give you a little model for what we're talking about when we say highlight and add margin notes or add annotation. So again, don't forget, you can reach me at my email, kwhite@gstboces.org, or I'll be seeing you in the writing lab when you put your papers together. Good luck. Talk to you soon.